Yo, what's going on guys, Arekkz here, welcome back to another video for Dauntless. If you guys saw my video the other day, then you'll know that I'm putting together a series of weapon tutorials for the 4 that are currently available in the alpha. The last video took a look at the lighter, quicker, more agile chain blades, but today I'm turning my attention to one of the heavy hitters, the axe. For any of you jumping into the Founders Alpha next week, then this should help familiarise you with the weapon and what it has to offer. Meanwhile, for those of you that are still on the fence, then this will give you some more gameplay to check out, and you'll also be able to see how another one of the 4 weapons behaves. Either way, if you do enjoy this and you do find it helpful, then a like would be super appreciated, and be sure to comment down below and let me know what you guys think, or if you have any questions. Now, to begin with, the axe, as mentioned, is one of the 2 heavy hitter weapons in Dauntless. Where the chain blades offer fast and nimble combos capable of racking up damage over a short space of time, the axe is a bigger, heavier, slower weapon, delivering much more deliberate hits with a focus on high damage on a per hit basis. Factor in the inherent charge capability of the weapon and the ability to stack buffs to further increase your damage output, and you have a rather powerful and potent recipe. So if slow, powerful weapons are your thing, then here is everything you need to know about the axe. To begin with, as stated in my last tutorial, I'll be explaining all the moves in these videos using controller input, since that is how I play the game. But in the event that you decide to play using mouse and keyboard, then quite simply, X is left mouse button, Y is right mouse button, RB is Q, and B is space. Now for the axe, your attacks are split into 2 main groups, vertical and horizontal. Pressing X will perform a vertical overhead chop, meanwhile pressing Y performs a horizontal chop. Your X attacks are more powerful, but of course a little bit more precise given the nature and the direction of the attack, meanwhile your Y attacks are more versatile. Now you can link 2 X inputs together to form a very basic combo, an overhead chop followed by a lunge forward. Vertical attacks like these have great reach, so if you are a little further away from the behemoth, then this is a great way to open or begin your fight. Alternatively, you can link 4 Y inputs together to perform the horizontal edge combo. This will begin with a horizontal swipe, go into a lunge, then perform this cool move where you scrape the axe along the ground and go into an uppercut, and then round it all out with an overhead chop. The good thing about the horizontal attacks is that they are a little bit more versatile than the vertical ones. Since they attack wider, you've got a little more room to play with, plus there's more charge potential within the combo too. But I'll speak more about that in a second. Finally, you have the vertical ripper combo, and this is performed with 2 X inputs followed by 2 Y inputs. Down chop, lunge, ground scrape uppercut, down chop. This mixes some of the opening range and power offered by the vertical slices, whilst also factoring the more versatile wide attacks. Great if the behemoth begins to reposition mid-combo. Now, as far as your moves go, those are your bread and butter combos. However, the most important component of the axe is your ability to charge your attacks. You can hold down either X or Y and charge. There are 3 levels of charge, and you can see that by the pulsating aura that appears around you. Charge attacks do more damage, and you can work them into various parts of your combo. Plus, they're also how you'll be able to tap into the elemental ether of your weapon. If you have a blaze, shock, or frost weapon, charge attacks will dish out the respective element on hit. It's worth noting that the vertical charge attacks will keep you rooted where you stand, so you won't be able to move whilst charging. Meanwhile, the horizontal attacks on Y, you can charge these and move at the same time, so you want to make use of both of these depending on the situation. Additionally, something else you want to keep in mind is that the X attack can be overcharged. See, each level of charge does more damage, level 1, 2, and 3. However, for the X attacks exclusively, there is a difference between this and this. See, if you let go of the attack the second you hear the 3rd pulse, you will get this subtle blue aura or effect around you. This denotes that you've successfully pulled off a level 3 charge. Meanwhile, if you miss the marker and you hold it longer, what you're actually doing is a level 2 charge. So mastery of this timing is again going to form a big part of your axe play if you want to maximise your damage output. This doesn't apply to the Y attacks since they're more mobile, and a level 3 Y charge isn't the same as a level 3 X charge. The way I personally look at it is that Y is great for building meter. Sure, the damage output is a tad lower, but the ability to move freely makes it a hell of a lot easier. Meanwhile, X is what you lean into when there's an opening. If the behemoth has been knocked down or is sluggish after combat, then a vertical charge is great, but if it's moving around a lot, then you're better off being more mobile with the horizontal attacks. You can charge the first hit of your basic X combo, so charge and then swipe. You can also charge the first and third hits of the horizontal edge combo. And finally, you can also charge the first and third hits of the vertical ripper combo too. However, damage aside, there is actually another reason that you'll want to be charging your attacks. See, at the top of the screen is this meter. This is your special meter. In order to be able to pull off the Great Axe special, this needs to be filled. However, unlike some of the other weapons where meters fill just from general combat, the axe is a little bit more complex. See, this meter only fills when a combo opens with a charge attack. So if I perform the bog standard non-charged vertical ripper combo, that's not going to go up in the slightest. However, if I charge the first hit and then complete the combo, the first hit and every hit thereafter will build meter. So in summary, you don't need to charge every hit to build meter, but you do need to open your combo with a charge attack for the remaining hits to count. Naturally, if you're able to open with a level 3 charge, the meter will build considerably faster. But if you're fighting something quick, like Embermane, and you know your openings are slim, then you might want to get a quick charge off instead, still complete the combo to build meter more gradually. However, when this bar is full, you're then able to pull off your Great Axe special by pressing RB or Q if you're on mouse and keyboard. This performs a big, powerful overhead slam and it does some serious damage. If you miss this attack, then it will consume half your bar, so you'll need to build it back up again. But if you land the attack, obviously, it does massive damage, as I mentioned, but it'll also give you a buff, a damage buff. This is denoted by the white glow around the meter. Now bear in mind, the game is still in alpha, some assets are still work in progress, so the UI may change a little, but regardless, the glow around your meter is your indicator that you have that buff. What's more, you can stack this buff up to 3 times. Following your first successful hit, you will then need to rebuild meter. Once your meter is full again, you can pull off another special, and now the glow goes orange. This means I have 2 stacks. And if I then do it once more, it'll go red. Now, after any successful special, the glowing indicator will begin to deplete. Landing a new special attack refreshes it, and where applicable, increases the level. White, orange, red, as discussed. Once you're in red, if you let the special bar deplete fully, you'll be back to 0. It won't go orange and then white, it'll simply go red back to nothing, i.e. no buff. So it should go without saying that once you're on the red charge with 3 full stacks, you want to ensure you are frequently working more specials in to maintain that triple buff. Now, on top of that, the axe has the ability to dodge roll in the exact same way that the hammer and sword can. This roll has iframes or invincibility frames, so you can use this to dodge roll through certain attacks if you get the timing right. In addition to that, you can also dodge roll to cancel out of combos, and you can also roll to cancel out of a charge attack, but it's worth noting that will consume a hell of a lot of stamina. It costs stamina to roll, and it costs stamina to charge, but if you roll out of a charged move, you can see the stamina bar drop by almost half, so this should only really be done in an emergency. If you know you're about to be hit and you need to get out, then fair enough, but otherwise, you're actually better off just simply letting the charge attack out early and then rolling on from there. It'll cost you far less. However, something else I do want to add, this isn't actually in the build that I have been playing, but I spoke to the guys at Phoenix Labs and they've confirmed this will be in the Founders Alpha. There will be an additional layer to this dodge roll. If you're in the middle of a horizontal charge attack, i.e. a wire charge, you will be able to roll and hold on to that charge and then unleash it when you get back up, which will be super handy if you need to do a quick evade but still then want to follow up with some massive damage. It'll still cost stamina, a lot of it, but it'll be one of those high risk, high reward options. Of course, with all of that in mind, it should go without saying that this weapon, much like the chain blades, will require good stamina management. As such, you may want to consider crafting a stamina lantern for use during combat to help ease the pressure a little bit. But high level axe play will be a combination of trying to ensure you maintain your special stacks as much as possible so that you can be maximising your damage output, whilst also picking the right times to swap between the high damage vertical strikes or the more mobile, versatile horizontal offerings. Remember, it's not always about going for the most powerful hit. After all, if you're dead, then you're no use to anyone. But that, my friends, is pretty much it. That was my tutorial for the axe in Dauntless, one of the 2 heavy weapons. I will of course be following up in the next few days with tutorials for both the sword and the hammer, but in the meantime, if you guys have missed the last tutorial, be sure to check that out, link down below, and of course keep it locked for much more. If you have any questions, drop them down below. But thanks very much for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.